Syndra here. B2D sad that Lava took his Zoe away. But really interesting comp there on the side of Fredit Brion. I think this is a comp that...
Really start putting the screws in. But B2D, he wants to start pretty early as far as getting this harassment down onto Hoya. Only 3 minions there as B2D will see whether he blast cones over. It looks like he will. Rascal started up the fight very early as he slices and dices away. Flash forward, ulti comes down, and B2D easily takes down that kill. Big thumbs up from
I'd have to maybe go for something like a Kraken Slayer or something. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how much attack speed he does build up for. Obviously, he should be building just for side laning. Quinn is not the champion that comes in, swoops in, and like 1v5s in a team fight. He's going to be looking to push fast. Going to be looking to 1v1. He can roam, obviously, with the ultimate and try to get to fights if Renekton's TP is down, faster than the Renekton. That's one spot where you can try to eke out a win in terms of a team fight with the Quinn, but other than that, going to be looking to split push as here we go, another fight.
Yeah, exactly. Big stun is going to go down, but there is a lantern. Not good enough, though, as Lava is going to fall very early. Good hook is going to land onto Rascal, but he's got the dominance, a whole bunch of extra health, and he's going to have to press Q pretty soon to keep himself. A soul is always a good idea, as the Rift Scuttler going to get Liliad for a moment, as Umti. He's going to take that one down.
And the other kind of single target items after this. No Nashor's Tooth, perhaps, at this point in time. But
I think it'll just be an Infinity Edge in this build.
Probably just
would make some sense.
Yeah, probably just a more standard kind of feeling here. And yeah, there really just hasn't been much else happening in this one. It's just kind of been, okay, maybe this is the moment for Rascal.
Yep, here's the battle. Does throw down the Randuins, but not going to be able to do it as Hook's going to land, and it's going to be thrown back. B2D, I don't think, was able to actually lock that one down as Flash forward with the portal jump from Lava, and that is going to secure the kill onto Cleared. Moonlight's Vigil actually did some work as that Scat of the Week may have just saved the lives of the remaining members of Gen G. Lava flashes over, though, and he says no. It's going to be traded back as a whole bunch of gameplay just hit Lava in the face. And he's going to go down as well. But he took down his target, and that is going to be the shutdown gold going his way as well. So I'd say worth.
Yeah, this time around just getting kind of caught in the enemy jungle. The Lilia is not the tankiest member in their lineup by any means, obviously. So you still got to be careful about just going in the wrong space at the wrong time, just like this.
Speaking of which, yeah, exactly. In goes Ruler. Was able to get the Q off, and it took a little while to get there, but Gen G already starting it up. Rascal does have teleport. He's going to get back to base, buy whatever he can, and then teleport in. So all 5 members in the area. Life very, very low, but it doesn't matter. You've got Lava in the bottom lane, and he ain't teleporting anywhere right now, and that Baron is just free.
Yeah, and Rascal. But yeah, it seems like the vision control was still there for Gen G after the scuffle over the blue buff, so they just moved over and took it for their own. There wasn't much that Bro could do.
Yep, seemed a little bit too easy, to be perfectly honest, as more gameplay is going to rain down onto Hoya. In goes Ruler, he's going to press Q, and that auto-targets as well, guys, so that's a very dead Quinn. Lava tries to dash on in, will get stunned, but thankfully Portal Jump exists. And that's just a pick on the top laner. Gen G looking a little bit unstoppable at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you try to hop into 5 members as a Quinn. That's just straight up, like, especially when they have so much burst damage. Like, you can't just hop into them. That's never going to go well for you. So now Gen G, with the Baron buff, they're just looking to push this and maybe go for the double inhibitor play.
Should be pretty comfortable as well, Valdez. I don't really see what Fredit Brion's going to be able to do about this one. This will fall down as well. First inhibitor hasn't even been taken just yet, but they can grab that one on their way out if they would like to, and they do so very comfortably. Now it looks like it's going to be reset time and then come back and win the game.
Goes in there and vaults onto the Kai'Sa. He's never going to get that kill, and he just dies.
Yep, I can... Oh, no. Okay, B2D is stuck between a rock and a hard place. He might be able to kill one of them as he's going to go golden. Hoya is going to survive as Ruler swoops in. We've traded 1 for 1, and Aphelios is dead. And that means Ruler has free reign of the fight. I don't know how B2D is the only one to fall there, and then it's actually working out real bad for Bro, because that was 4 people literally surrounding him. As Flash on in, yep, once again, it's just so hard to play as Quinn into Renekton. Like, it's a hard counter as we know here in the LCK, as Umti's also going to feel the wrath of the angry Croc. And with 4 people dead, Gen G are going to see to these Nexus turrets and see to game 1.
Yeah, that should be the end of this one. Not much hope here for Fredit Brion as their Nexus does go down. Gen G, they're not going to do the Damwon Kia thing where they all pile in onto the fountain or anything. They're just going to take the Nexus and, you know, move on to game 2 with a very...
Though is going to be the pick, and Rel comes out once again. The lady that wears her horse. I like it. And that's going to be the choice instead of putting on some rocks. Doesn't do it so fast, but is still able to get out of there. Flash forward here from the Rel. Crashes down onto Ruler, and first blood going to the Aphelios. Life has to flash away. Dredgeline will get him to safety, but the damage has been done.
Yeah, and, you know, that's literally 0 gold ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too bad. Bottom side of the map, biggest lead here is Henna is about 400 in the lead. As there's the flash stun. Hextech ultimatum comes on in, and Hoya's dead. No seismic shove required. Clid was just there basically for moral.
Someone down. Talia is going to love you as a laner, and was able to get a ton of damage down. But now they're fighting over this.
Yep, another Dredgeline will come through here as BDD is sitting on the shockwave. Is going to use it just on Lava there to pull him back out, and the flash needs to be used, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Rascal gets yet another kill.
The beginning of last year, who's the most underrated player? I went on the Korean, I think it was Sunday Night LCK, that show, and they
Yeah, I
asked
remember
me,
that. Yeah.
who do you think is the most underrated player? And I said Rascal, and they were like, oh, really interesting. But yeah, the guy's got talent. He's really, really good. As I say that, he's getting beat down right now.
Yeah, we are caster cursing him real hard as he goes back in. Hextech ultimatum to try and avoid some damage, but that's just a solo kill, guys. I have a feeling it's going to be traded back here as Clid is going to turn up. Umti is in position, command protect, and now the shockwave comes through. Hoya tries to flash out of the way, but it was just kind of on the spot. And it didn't really extra ammunition, I don't think. That's just,
well,
not a good idea.
I wasn't going to mention it, but, you know, it just came out. And this is going to be, you know, this is just going to be a free turret up on the top side, essentially. 2-0-1 BDD. He gets the gold from that first blood turret. And they are just both massively ahead. As here we go again.
Oh. Yeah, another crash down here from Delight as Life taking a fair bit of damage. Ruler does get out of the front line as Rascal's going to teleport in, but that's 1 versus 3. The Nautilus will fall down though, but Orianna comes through as well. BDD mops up the Aphelios as Rascal so low, but still dancing around the fight.
How does he
He's going to keep himself alive, hiding in the alcove. I thought he was burning to death, but nope. He's do just ridiculous things after a few items come in. Already, Trinity Force is now done. We'll see where he goes as item number 2. Most likely, Ravenous Hydra will be coming in. As now Ruler finds himself with a few friends in the area. As Life is going to face check. Delight now looking for him. Umti running pretty quick now as Henna underneath this turret is going to try and take this one down, and now Ruler realizes that he's out of position. Life trying to get in there as Gale Force is going to get him a little bit out of the way. Magnet Storm trying to work out there for Delight, but now Ruler gets underneath the turret. Life is going to fall, though. He's now on cooldown. Henna will deal with this turret, though. Severum Crescendum. Feels like Aphelios always has this when he has a turret to himself. So he's going to be able to rip through that one very, very quickly. And Shirley's just going to plant her skull into the bottom lane outer turret. Sorry, that was Shirley. I always get them confused.
They look, you know, they're twins, so it's kind of
They
rough.
are. We've been hanging out with them for so long, though, you know? We should be able to see the subtle differences.
True.
Yeah. Shockwave is going to pull back Umti. Takes a lot of damage there from the attack dissonance combo. As now Rascal looks for the tactical sweep, gets it onto Delight, who's trying to canter away. 1 versus 3 is Rascal as he goes into the Hextech ultimatum. He's dead, though. Yeah, maybe a little bit aggressive as the Gnar is good. Moonlight Vigil is going to miss those. BDD sidestepping beautifully. Clid going to be able to take down the Gnar. And it's a 1-for-1 trade in the end. Some hyphy top lane is going down.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm not even sure that they could have gone for a 2v3 and 1, but I like that BDD and Rascal are flexing. Of course, you know, they both, or a couple of teleports do come in, so they weren't ever going, and probably wouldn't have had a fun time. But the fact that Hoya goes all the way in kind of by himself, you see the 3 teammates in the jungle not able to get over the wall. Okay, so like, this is like solo queue where that one guy just gets way too fed. except it happened here in a pro game. So much of their gold is on BDD, but their other lanes aren't hurting for it. You know, it's not like only BDD is doing well, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody else also having a fun time in this one.
Oh, okay, that is a beautiful Deadly Flourish. Rule is going to set up the kill, the flick back, and yeah, the pick potential of this comp is so scary, but Fredit Brion had no right to be that far out. Their jungle actually belongs to Gen G at this point in time, and they will continue pushing forward. I think if it was a kill onto Umpty, they may have just gone straight for the Baron.
Yeah, you know,
but it's only been alive for a minute.
You're wearing your horse's clothes, I guess you feel invincible, but absolutely not. Jin can do some pretty stupid stuff in terms of pick, as we saw there. And what did I say before? If you root, stun, or CC in general, anybody, Talia is going to love you. And the follow-up seismic shove, massive burst from the Luden's Talia is you can't underestimate that. And Kliz is going to sit here with the ward over the wall. This is also a very fun Talia maneuver as he goes in.
Yeah, just not going to sit there. In fact, they're just going to kill Henna. He's just dead, and the horse can't find the way in. Unfortunately, hasn't been...
Indeed, Gen G are still a very strong team.
Yep, they look good. Oh, the buffering of the hookshot was pretty nice there from Rascal. It's like the ultimate didn't do anything out of the Gnar. As Lava going to try and escape. Does use the stopwatch to avoid the shockwave that would have indeed been his death. As Umpty going to get into the line of fire, but eventually does get out, as Delight not going to be his namesake about that particular bullet to the back of the head. And now Fredit Brion setting up for the defense as best that they can. Hoyer off to the side, but that control ward in the brush is going to help Gen G out a lot. Rascal over there, not going to get double tapped or anything like that.
They're so fast.
Yeah.
From that one. Fredit Brion are not scared.
Hoyer? He's supposed to be tanky, guys. He's not. That's going to be a hookshot stun. He does manage to make it into Mega Gnar, but it's not going to keep him alive. Klid's going to join the battle as well, as Delight does get a bit of work done there with his Magnet Storm, but oh, it's not the work that you really want, as Lava flashes the dredge line, but he's still going to get hit by the plethora of CC that this Gen G roster has. Double kill for Rascal. He'll see to Umpty as well, as he gives him the good old thumbs up. There's the King's Own banner as well from Rascal, just to add to it. I love it. Just going back to the good old days, I guess, is what Rascal's saying. And Gen G will take a Baron. I think that was a shockwave onto it as well, in celebration there from BDD.
Got a low cooldown, you know, might as well get in there.
Absolutely loved it. Anything to do with brunch, I'm all about it.
Big brunch back.
Oh yeah, my bagel place started doing brunch. Very, very excited.
That is
fantastic.
That is poggers for sure.
Yeah, on the global LCK broadcast talking about a Korean brunch place. It's probably not super relevant to a lot of you guys, but I hope it wasn't completely intolerable, as now Fredit Brion, they can't really tolerate Gen G moving towards their inhibitor turrets. This game is feeling ever closer to over, if not it being completely over.
You know, 12,000 gold, 26 minutes kind of tells the story.
Yeah.
We don't have to tell that story for you guys. You can take a look at the scoreboard. And
maybe we can keep talking about Casper.
Or brunch. I mean, I was kind of okay with that discussion.
True.
Well, they're just going to take the inhibitor, it looks like. Fredit Brion don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, that's going to go down. I'm looking forward to hearing about your brunch place a little bit later, but we are just going to talk about the fact that this top inhibitor is going to be falling down first. And Fredit Brion just look like they have no idea what they're going to do in the face of this. And to be perfectly honest, I don't blame them. There isn't really many options that they have. The wall is going to be put up here by Klid. It's not really going to do anything at all. It's just going to try and cut the Nexus in half. As there's the flash forward. Magnet Storm doing some work, as the Gnar is going to be met with multiple stopwatches, as Hoyer does at least get a kill in the fight, but the flash is forward from Ruler, grabs himself a triple kill, and now the curtains are indeed called. It's a very, very fitting ultimate ability, as the ace is going to be completed by Rascal. The Nexus turrets will go down, and the Nexus will follow. And Gen G, they start with 2 clean sweeps here in week 1.
Yeah, pretty easy game there for Gen G, 21-6 in terms of kills, and a relatively short game